Welcome to the Paul Lovette Show. I am your host, Paul Lovette, a proud and unapologetic Black American conservative. And we're revisiting Letitia James and her alleged mortgage fraud issues. The New York Post is reporting that Special Prosecutor Ed Martin was spotted outside Attorney General Letitia James's 296 Lafayette Avenue, Brooklyn, New York property. The Clinton Hills property is one of two properties, this one and one in Virginia, under criminal investigation for alleged mortgage fraud. Remember that in 2011, Letitia James executed a 1 to 4 unit rider for a 5-unit 296 Lafayette property as certified by the New York City Building Department's Certificate of Occupancy. Remember, the Certificate of Occupancy is the gospel in this matter. The 5-unit certification came approximately 20 days prior to James's alleged criminal mortgage fraud. Why is it criminal? Because it enabled her to get a better loan terms, such as lower qualification standards and lower mortgage rates. This translates into lower mortgage rates, lower qualifications, and less upfront collateral. In other words, she obtained a personal financial gain through alleged mortgage fraud. By the standards she held President Trump to, she will most likely be charged for every time she executed a document stating that the Lafayette property was a 4-unit dwelling. Now, let's take a look at the video of Special Prosecutor Ed Martin outside the New York Attorney General's 296 Lafayette property. Let me warn you that no video is complete without a white middle-aged Karen confronting someone, in this case, Special Prosecutor Ed Martin. Never mind the fact that they are standing on a public sidewalk.
It's not that.
Is there a
Just
back
like
alley?
everything else.
I'm just sure there's like the Pratt building. Is there
You
a
want
back?
me to tell you how to access my...
No, I'm just asking. I'm interested because usually houses like
you
this.
tell me why you're here.
We're interested in the houses.
You're
so-
not interested in the houses. We know who lives
okay.
here. Why are you being so disingenuous about what you're here for?
We're
You're
looking
not
at-
here about the houses. You're here because of who lives here. It's my neighborhood. It's my block. I have a right to know what you guys
We're
look like your
happy to-
official capacity.
I'm just happy to be on a block looking at a house.
That's not true. Why
No, I am
won't you be
No, he
honest?
is happy.
Well, why won't you be honest with me about what you're doing? You are acting suspicious on my block in front of my neighborhood.
I'm just looking.
And you're not
at
telling me what
nice,
you're doing. That's not true.
Interesting houses. It's an important house. So, thank you.
Very good.
First, let me address the Karen in this video. Like all Karens, she puts on a display her sense of entitlement, aggressiveness, demanding, privilege, and certainly this petty complaint. You have two well-dressed men looking at a building, and Karen makes a whole lot of incorrect assumptions. The three of them are standing first on a public sidewalk, but she feels entitled to make demands of Martin and his assistant. She also accuses them of being suspicious and disingenuous. The Karen has zero authority, but she is making a lot of demands. If she really felt they were suspicious, she would have called the police instead of putting on a show for the person videoing the interactions. Martin and his assistant handled her very well and did not let themselves be drawn into a back and forth. Personally, I would have told her to go pound sand. So the implications, let's move on to the implications of the special prosecutor being here. So why would Ed Martin go to Letitia James's 296 Lafayette property? I believe it is primarily to gain a first-hand understanding of the evidence and the circumstances for the case he is investigating. This site visit enables Martin to see the physical building with his own eyes. It also allows him to evaluate the evidence in context and show that he is assessing his investigation. Worse yet for James is that this visit shows that he is preparing for an indictment and subsequent trial. Knowing the scene intimately is invaluable for his trial preparation. This site visit will be combined with all of the already publicly available loan documents that clearly shows her guilt. I have spent quite a bit of time reviewing those for you, and there is simply no way for her to avoid prosecution. If our judicial system has any credibility, she will also be convicted because the guilt is in black and white with her own signature. The only question left is how much prison time she will be sentenced to. She is also facing a grand jury in the state of Virginia for alleged mortgage fraud for her 604 Sterling Street, Norfolk, Virginia property. Again, there are black and white documents with her signature that shows clearly falsified information that allows her to obtain favorable mortgage terms. These terms allow her to get a personal financial gain through these alleged financial criminal crimes. Finally, the latest developments show that the pincers are closing in on Miss James. She is also close to learning that no one is above the law, her favorite term. This is going to be so sweet for so many because of what she did to President Trump. This will also be sweet because of the terrible and conflicted judge that convicted him. This will also be sweet because this was a sham victimless crime that James came up with to prosecute the president. It was a miscarriage of justice for political purposes to destroy President Trump and interfere with the presidential election. Well, until next time, thank you for watching. I will be keeping an eye out for any indictments that are leveled against her. Be sure you have your notifications on so you know when I post next and you can keep up with the updates. And with that, thank you for joining me. This is the Paul Lovette Show, and I'm your host, Paul Lovette.